In fact, a lot of couples who break up with their partners often cite irreconcilable differences as their reason rather than falling out of love. Romantic love sometimes invokes a feeling so strong that it can make people stay unhealthy, abusive, and unfulfilling relationship. Short bursts of dopamine, the feel-good hormone, once in a while can make one stay in a place where they are treated like trash. Sometimes there might be several glaring reasons to end a relationship, several signs it is time to break up and move on. However, it is easier said than done. It takes a great deal of strength to decide to put your mental health and interest first by moving on from relationship, especially when you still love your partner. However, after the dust must have settled, you would realize it was one of the best decisions you have made. Though falling in love is a wonderful feeling, these feelings do not lead to stable, long-term romantic relationship every time. It might be your friends, family, or even your instinct telling you that it is time to move on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello wonderful family, you're welcome back to my channel. If today is your first time, my name is Lilian's Mindset. If you're my old subscribers, thank you, God bless you. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 10 signs to leave the relationship. 10 signs that you need to leave the relationship. Number 1, when you spend more time thinking about the past than the present. One of the signs it is time to break up is when you are always thinking back to old memories to gain some form of happiness. Do you try to make yourself feel better by reliving the good times of relationship? Do you use them to justify your decision to stay with your sign that your current relationship isn't working for you? The more you live in memories or self-created future, the more we are living in a self-created universe. This is dangerous because it does not represent the relationship current state. Keep in mind that your relationship with your partner should exist only in the present moment, not in the past. Number 2, when the same issue reoccurs despite your effort to resolve it. You are bound to encounter issues with your partner, issues you will likely resolve with little force. However, when this same issue keep occurring 2, 3 times or more, it is a good indicator that something is wrong. Do you ever feel like you are in a relationship that stuck in a rut? Do you keep finding yourself in the same situation, scenario, or outcome? No matter what you do, if that's the case, you will need to accept that this is the limit of your relationship potential. Number 3, when your relationship holds you and your partner back from developing as individuals. A relationship is a partnership formed by two individuals. Every partner grows as the relationship evolves. However, there are times in a relationship when either party grows and the relationship becomes stagnant. Then there are times when one of them outgrows the other dramatically. You have two options when this happens. The first is to adjust the dynamics of the relationship to accommodate this new growth, while the second option is to change yourself to maintain the same dynamics. Number 4, when you are not getting what you want. The fact remains that everyone has different needs that they want a relationship to meet. These requirements could be emotional and overlap with a person's love language, such as quality time or words of affirmation. It can be practical, such as needing your partner to perform some acts of service. Meeting these needs also necessitates a certain level of emotional maturity and intelligence, which include learning about love languages, determining which ones work best for your partner. Number 5, you are seeking your needs outside the relationship. So you got a promotion at work or had a tragic incident or lost something or someone important. Who do you call first to break the news? The answer to this question shows who you get emotional support from. If this person is not your partner, then that means your relationship is unfulfilling. Someone else is filling that gap. And this is one of the reasons people cheat, getting emotional support elsewhere. While having dependable colleagues is a great thing, actively seeking assistance from them may indicate that your partner isn't providing you with emotional support. If you always choose to talk to your work colleague about your problem instead of your partner, then something is wrong and it might be time to call it quits. Number 6, you are afraid to ask your partner for more. It is natural to be wary of sharing your desires and what you may or might not be getting out of a relationship with your partner. But even at that, communication is very necessary if relationship would last. A lot of people bottle up their feelings and don't say what they want to because they do not want to come off as emotional or needy. They hide their feelings, remain unhappy, and claim to be content to avoid being seen as one who nags or one who is burdened. But if you cannot be open and vulnerable to your partner, what is the point? Number 7, you believe you own it to your partner to stay with him or her. How to know when you should end a relationship? Should I end my relationship? When should I end my relationship? These are queries that are frequently searched online. But what if the signs it is time to break up are already obvious in your relationship, but you just keep ignoring them? One reason why many people stay in unfulfilling relationship is because of the effort and time they have invested in it. But as far as relationship and people are concerned, time does not equate to success. You could spend years with someone and not feel anything, but someone can turn your world around in few weeks. Why many people say, work out your relationship and give it time. This does not always work. Putting more time does not guarantee that a relationship will work. The relationship is unlikely to last much longer if either partner can work to meet the other's needs. Number 8, you are always fixing your relationship. If two people have been together for a tangible amount of time, there is a tendency for them to want to resolve issues instead of separating. This is great. The couples could even go for counseling. But if the same issue persists for over a year, it shows that things may not get better to matter the time you are willing to give. It is a difficult decision to let someone you thought you do spend the rest of your life with to go. But it is likely the correct decision if you guys are always trying to fix relationship. Some things are like broken glass, they just cannot be fixed. Number 9, you don't like your partner anymore. These signs it is time to break up are incomplete without considering when couples fall out of love. Falling in love with someone is as easy. Remaining in love is the real challenge. People prefer to love when it is easy for them, which is precisely when they need the most discipline and self-control. Of course, you will find someone more desirable than your wife or husband, someone who is prettier or more attractive, and love won't serve you in those situations. Self-control and self-discipline, on the other hand, would. However, do not have the courage to continue fighting the war. It is possible to fall in love with someone you don't like while you may be able to get by daily living through difficult times together will be possible. The, f- the, the friendship part of your love relationship is what will lead you through these rainy days. That is why it is always advised that one should date and marry their friends. It makes the whole talking process easier. Number 10, you have a violent and abusive partner. It is very possible to be in love with an abusive partner. The abuse might not even always be physical. There are also cases of emotional abuse for mental and physical health. You must call it quits with anyone who abuses you. Many women who were surveyed felt their abusive partner were highly dependable. According to 2010 survey by the National Institute of Mental Health, 1/5 of them opined that their partner had many positive qualities, such as being affectionate. These views affected some victims' decision to stay in the relationship. When confronted with abuse, it is important to find a safe way out. It is not impossible to get out of such a relationship. It is hard, but it can be done when you have to place your life, health, and self-respect first before the relationship. You have to choose yourself. Then, in conclusion, it is one thing to know and recognize the signs it is time to break up. It is another to take the decision itself. Breaking up with a loved one doesn't get easier, no matter the circumstances that warrant the separation. However, sometimes it is the best or only option to choose. These signs above will help you decide if it is time to end your relationship or not. So guys, I'm going to stop my video here. So see you in my next video. Bye bye.